One of my subscribers asked how I quit my corporate job and got started on YouTube. So let me tell you a story. So there I was, stuck in a corporate job, hating my life. I got to a point where I'd had enough and decided things had to change. You kind of have to get to this point where you burn the boats, where there's no other option. You're gonna quit your job and start your YouTube channel no matter what it takes. And that's how all this started. So I want to share with you the one thing that helped me start taking action towards quitting my job and starting YouTube. I didn't just go out and do it and wish that things would fall into place and things would work. What I did was I had a plan. But before you have a plan, you need to commit to a goal. So committing to the fact that I wanted to quit my job was the biggest thing. I wrote that down and I wrote a date next to it. This is the most important thing, because if you don't put a date on it, if you don't create a deadline, it's just a wish. And you're never actually going to get around to do it. You're going to find a way to make excuses as to why you can't attack your goal. You're going to find a way to procrastinate so you can put things off. It's the easy way. It's comfortable where you are right now. Why must you now go and change? So the first step is writing down your goal and setting a deadline. Write a date next to it. When do you want to achieve this goal by? Because that determines everything going forward. Once you have a goal and a date you want to achieve that goal, now you can start creating a plan. What do you need to do in order to quit your job and start YouTube? So what I decided is I wanted a year's worth of cushion. I wanted a year's worth of living expenses saved in my bank account so that I knew no matter what went wrong, no matter how long I failed for a year, I would still be safe. My bills would still be paid. I'd have a roof over my head. Now I wasn't responsible for anyone this time. So if I did take a knock, if I wasn't successful, it would just be me that suffers. If you're responsible for people, if you're responsible for a family, then there are other considerations to take into account. Maybe you want 2 or 3 years cushion before you quit your job. So how do you go about doing this? Well, you decide your timeline, look at your goal and the deadline that you've set, and that determines how much of your current salary you need to save. So what I did was I saved 20% of my salary for 5 years, and that gave me a year's worth of living expenses. You can be a bit more drastic and save a larger percentage. What saving a larger percentage does is it allows you to get used to reducing your expenses so that you can live off less and accelerate your journey towards your goal. It just depends how important your goal is to you really. What are you willing to sacrifice to achieve your goal? So get out that pen and paper, write out your plan to achieve your goal, and then you need to start taking action on it. Start taking action every single day. I don't care how busy you are, you can make 10 or 15 minutes to take one little action towards your dream. Promise you, you've got 10 to 15 minutes a day, no matter how busy you are. You can make the time if your goal is important to you, and that's a big if. How much do you want it? How much do you actually want to achieve your goal? Are you hungry for it? Are you willing to burn the boats so that there's only 2 options? Either you achieve your goal or you die. This is my favorite philosophy, and I call it the ant philosophy. An ant is going to carry on working till it achieves its goal or it's going to die. 2 options: achieve your goal or die. That's it. That's how simple it is. The only thing that's going to stop you from achieving your goal is yourself. You get in your own way. You prevent yourself from achieving your own goals because you're scared if you achieve your goal, things are going to change and things are going to be uncomfortable. They are going to be uncomfortable. Things are going to be hard. Quitting your job is not an easy thing to do. That's why most people don't do it. You can feel the fear inside you when you start thinking about it. Your hands start sweating. You're getting nervous, and that's okay to be nervous, but don't let the nervousness and the fear take over. You're in charge of your life, and you get to decide whether you want to quit your job and become a YouTuber, do what you want to do, work when you want to work, have time freedom. Is that what is most important to you, or is money more important to you? If you want to stay in your job and you want to keep doing what you're doing, that's cool, as long as you're happy with it. It's about being honest with yourself and choosing your best life. Everyone's different. You make your choice. I made mine, and I'm living my dream. So for those of you that want to start this journey, I want you to commit today. I want you to commit right now. Head down to the comments and write down your goal. Let me know what your goal is and put a date next to it. I want you to achieve your goal. I want you to be successful. And the day that you achieve your goal, send me a message, because I want to know. I want to celebrate with you because I know you've got it inside you. Let's go achieve your goals.